Hammer that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, give that bell icon a slap to turn on channel notifications. All right, we're going to put the new alternator in, and you'll see, if I can just focus, that there are two guide tabs on the engine block that associate with the alternator, and you need to basically guide them in. You could get the two bottom bolts in to hold the alternator secure, and then work on getting the top bolt in. All right, we got the alternator in, and now we are reconnecting the power cables, which is ground, and then red, which is positive, to the electrical system and the battery. Be careful not to tighten these too much because you will strip them or break them. Nice and easy, don't have to torque them up. Just so they're nice and snug and you're getting a good contact. All right, now what we're going to do is reverse order the installation. So now what I'm going to do is, if you can see it, I'm going to pull the block out from the flange on the exhaust to the body plate, and I'm going to use the crowbar in the back side of the engine and basically bolt everything back up. Okay, so now we're going to put the engine mount bolt to the lower portion back into position. Remember, it's two 18 mil bolt head and nut that goes into this position and this position. Alrighty. So we have the engine mount, the lower engine mount in and done and tight. Remember, these are both 18 mil size. We have lower control arm and the ball joint in place on the wheel hub, axles in place, everything's good. We've reconnected the, oops, there we go. You noticed before, I just disconnected the speed sensor from these clamps to give a little bit more freedom while I had this loose, so I wouldn't be pulling on the wiring here and causing any damage to the speed sensor, because I do not want to replace that. And now we're in the process of putting in the serpentine belt. We'll relax the tensioner, loop the serpentine belt onto the crankshaft pulley, up to the alternator, and up top to the air conditioner, the compressor. Then reconnect the battery and fire Gigi up. Alrighty, so we have new tensioner pulley in, alternators in, serpentine belt is on, nice and tight, nothing wrong. Remember, on your tensioner, you need to take this out, because if this little pin is in, you won't get tension on that serpentine belt. So make sure you take it out. And it's out. Checking everything is good. All of our mounts are back in. So now we reconnect the battery. Let's go over here. Reconnecting the battery. Make sure you put the positive on first. Make sure that the battery posts have some kind of, you can put some copper grease on it, whatever you want on it, like something that is conductive, but will basically not allow I got calcium, battery acid dust to build up, and make sure the contacts are tight. You get a good bite on the posts. So I've got positive in the 10 mil nuts. Make sure they're tight, don't over tighten them, because you'll wind up stripping the bolt. So that's nice and tight. Put the negative on as such. And remember, once you've taken the battery post out, any preset you have on your radio or anything else like that, you'll have to reset it, but you know, that's one of the joys of doing work on a vehicle. yourself. So I tighten this up. Tighten, tighten, tighten. And I have to go get the keys because I think the keys are inside the house. So I'm going to tighten this up, come back, and test, test, test. We'll test the output of the battery, test the alternator, make sure it's pushing voltage, alternating voltage to the battery, and make sure that the steering is fine. And remember, on the 2013 Fiat, it's power, like electric assist steering. It's not power steering with a power steering pump. So it's critical that you have a good charge battery, good contact points, and you can't see it down there, and a happy new alternator that works and charges the system. Next is the test. Okay, now we have the power. I'm gonna insert the key and see if this baby starts and see how well it runs. Let's see what happens. Hammer that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and give that bell icon a slap to turn on channel notifications.